The Washington State Cougars, one of the most underrated offenses in this entire game, in my opinion. We've been running it in our online dynasty here throughout our season 5. We're little old 82 overall Old Dominion, sitting at 9-2. We had some wins over a 99 overall team, 95 overall team. This offense is awesome. It is one of those that is going to help to have a little bit of speed at quarterback, but we are going to go into practice mode, look over the different formations and things that I like in this offense. But first, let's go take a look at how we are going to be setting up the Washington State Cougars. Let me just get my notes pulled up over here. Number one change is going to be at quarterback. Now, last time we used a Johnny Shepard. Usually, he's kind of been our go-to guy here, but he stinks. Like throwing the ball, it's nice to have that 87 speed with the designed quarterback runs that Washington State has. But this time we are going to go for the middle ground. We are going to go Julian Duggar, still 83 speed, but better throw power, better medium. I think their medium accuracy is the same, better deep accuracy. Overall, I think he works better for this. Yeah, 90 throw power compared to Shepard's 86. Short accuracy 78 to 80, medium accuracy the same, deep accuracy 75 to 68. So with that throw power, only -2 in short, +7 in deep. I think Duggar is going to be our guy. He is a left-handed quarterback, something I forget a few times throughout the game, but we still make it work just fine for us. At halfback, we're going to make a change here. Kirby Voorhees is going to go out. Angel Johnson is going to come in. No abilities on this guy, but he is unbelievable. 79 overall, 92 speed. Fantastic. Halfback, would definitely recommend moving him to halfback 1. Wide receiver, we are going to keep this all the same. Josh Meredith, 91 speed, 85 overall. Tony Freeman, a ton of great abilities, 93 speed. And then Devin Ellison going to be our top 3 wide receivers, and Noga, who I believe is your default slot receiver, and we also leave that the same. At tight end, 76 overall, 81 speed, no changes made here either. Defensively, the only changes we're going to make are going to be at our safeties. Our corners, you don't have a ton of options here, so we'll keep Colson, 77 overall, 90 speed, and Humphrey, his 87 speed, because who the heck else are we really going to throw up there? Free safety, Tucker Large, one of my favorite names in the entire game, and him being from Sioux Falls, South Dakota just makes all the sense in the world to me. He is going to come down and be a sub linebacker for us. Going up and taking his spot up here is going to be Tyson Weaver, 6'1", 89 speed. At least it gives us a little bit more speed up at the safety position, and strong safety is a disaster for this team. He is 80 overall, Matt Durant's, but he's only 83 speed. We do not want to have that. So we are going to put free safety Kaio Patu up in this spot. We're going to have a few changes to our specialists that we are going to make here as well. One at rush left end, we're going to throw Mr. Isaac Terrell with his bronze takedown on one side. Rush right end, we will keep that Buddha Paletti. Sub linebackers, we are going to take Tucker Large, is going to be one of them. And then this linebacker right here, Caleb Frankel, 6'1", 86 speed. Pretty solid sub linebackers. Your defensive line is not great. Your linebackers aren't great. Your secondary is not great, but the offense is a ton of fun. So yay, Washington State. So that is how we are going to set up the Cougars. Let's go into practice mode really quick and show off this offense. Now, I know we just did a video with them just over a month ago, but that was mainly just about pistol bunch tight end, which is a fantastic formation just by itself. But we are going to go through some of the other formations a little bit more in depth in this one, and why I think Washington State just from top to bottom is a super good offensive playbook. It's a good mix of runs. It's a good mix of passes. Every game you can play a different style, all just from the Washington State playbook. So pistol, of course, we have pistol bunch tight end. Fantastic formation. We're not really going to talk about it too much here. The only 2 plays you really need out of this are halfback zone and cross drag. Just call those 2 plays and you're going to be good in the pistol bunch tight end of Washington State. Now, what I have come around on a little bit has been these 2 full house formations, specifically in the red zone, because we do have, let's see if I can find one here. There it is. In pistol full house tight end, you have an RPO read flat wheel, which is a devastating play. If you're on like a 3rd and goal with 3 yards to go, I have no clue how you stop RPO read flat wheel. So that we can have that in this pistol full house tight end is fantastic news. Of course, it's going to be a lot of runs, but then you've got some pretty sneaky good passes in here too, like that motion PA power cross. I'm not going to say it's a great pass play, but it's a good option to have, because when you're coming out in full house tight end, of course, your opponent's going to think, oh, here comes some power runs like a halfback duo, a power O, but then you can sneak in a few of these different fun little pass options out of here too. So those are all like the super heavy pistol sets. Washington's got both the full house tight end and strong over. Then you still have some heavy sets here too, with a weak eye wing, wing tight U off, all these 2 tight end sets, wing slot over, and then you get to bunch tight end. So a ton of 2 tight end formations in here. It is probably something you'd want if you want to run Washington State in a dynasty like our Old Dominion team. We have one pretty solid tight end. Our backup's only like a 70 overall, but he's 86 speed, which works really well in a lot of these two tight end sets. But we don't spend a ton of time in pistol throughout our game. It's a great example of the state of this game on May 14th as I'm recording this is what happens when we try to play with Washington State here. Crazy. Anyway, let's just focus on the actual playbook here. So in shotgun, the formations I like the most, it's going to be quite a few. Number one, I do really like the split twins offset. Two halfbacks, a tight end, and two wide receivers out there. The RPO alert swing, those swing plays can be very good. The throwback screen, great way to catch people off guard. If they're just running it like a ton of man coverage, that's a great way to try to get numbers over to the right and try to pop a big play with one of your backs. You have a speed option out of here. Honestly, not the biggest fans of the runs in this formation. I do love you have a little triple option thrown in there. Of course, I'm going to love that. I actually really like the passes out of here. Like this play action halfback seam. Instead of going through with that play action, put your Y running back on a Texas route. Unbelievable play. If they're in some sort of drop zone coverage, it kind of works like a flood over to the left. You have that streak pushing the deep zones back. You have B kind of keeping zones down. Then you have A crossing over and getting right in that sweet spot in the middle. You have that wheel route coming from your halfback RB. That can do a really good job finding soft spots in zones and can beat man sometimes. Wheel routes definitely not as good. I feel like I say it all the time. They're not as good as they were in college football 25, but wheel routes for sure are not as good. So that's good pass play to have out of here. Flood is always going to be good. Flood concepts are something we go to pretty consistently if we notice our opponent is calling a lot of drop zone coverage like we do in our game here today. You should have a deep route, an intermediate route, and an underneath route all going to that same sideline. Drop zone coverage is not going to have a chance at defending that, and even a lot of match coverages are going to drop off on that post route, or the corner route, the closer they get to the sideline. So split twins offset, a really good mix-up to have in this playbook. A slot. I love this formation. Was by far my favorite when we use like Kansas State. Pretty much any team that has a slot, this is going to be one of my favorite formations. The midline read option, a ton of fun. I cannot make that read for the life of me. I almost always will just keep it with our quarterback, but it works sometimes. I don't want to lie and say it works great, but it can. It can. But our pass plays out of here, you have another just basic flood. I like them with corner routes better than out routes, just as a personal thing, but out routes, it works essentially the same. Posts, one of the best just stock pass plays in the entire game. You don't have to do a thing on this. You're almost always going to have one of those guys open. You have a very sneaky RPO out of here. In this A slot, not a lot of people are going to be coming out in RPO defense. So having that is the thing you can mix in, fantastic. And we see some design quarterback runs here with a quarterback power and that midline read option. You have an inside zone, you have a quick base. Even just this formation really sums up why I like Washington State's playbook so much. You have some unbelievable, great pass plays mixed in with some really good runs that are all attacking kind of different areas of the field, the inside zone and the base. Obviously, going to the left side of your offensive line, you have a midline read option that's either going to the outside or keeping it with your quarterback and taking off to the right. You have a QB power that's going over to the right. Read options. Love this formation, love this playbook. So the next formation we're going to look at here, doubles offset. Not one we go to a ton, but a good one to mix in there because we do have a designed quarterback run in here as well, a quarterback blast, an inside zone, two good runs again, just attacking different areas of the defense. Just because you're coming out in doubles offset, they can't load up for a run going to one side or the other. And some solid enough standard pass plays, nothing like fantastic, but these three I really actually like a ton. You can never go wrong with any sort of mesh concept. Always going to be a fan of those. Flanker drive, Texas double post, all really good pass options out of their doubles offset. Doubles Y flex offset, also a nice formation. I do not personally care for the bounce motion that they do on these. Some about it seems to kind of slow everything down a little bit, but you have a great pass play here with double post. Another thing I love about Washington State, so many of these pass plays, you don't have to throw a single hot route on at all. Double post, you could keep that one 100% as is, and it is a fantastic pass play. Same with angle smash, Z spot, got another shallow cross. Fork wheel looks interesting, never gotten it to work once in my life, but it sure looks kind of cool. You have an inside zone, you have an outside zone, you have an 0-1 trap. Again, same formation, runs going outside, going inside to the left, and an 0-1 trap goes more inside to the right. Just being able to mix up how we're attacking defenses, but out of that same formation is kind of the key to why I love this Washington State offense. Flex Y off, not one I go to a ton. The Z dagger play is nice, but outside of that, there's not really a ton in here for me. I don't really like the runs out of here. There's a few, slant RPOs, motion mesh, but like the inside zone splits, I don't like those runs where you're kind of losing a blocker the way we're running towards to go pick up that backside guy. I just feel like those don't work quite as well. Y-off trips, nothing in there for me. Tight Y-off week is an interesting one. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with it because plays like slot cross, smash dagger, wide receiver under all look like they should work great. Z dagger. I don't know if it's just something I'm missing. I'm not reading them quite right, but I've just never quite gotten this formation to work fantastic for me. But again, we have an inside zone. We have a halfback power going to the left. You have an outside zone going outside to the left. So same formation, but again, we can take a run up the middle, we can take a run to the outside. And this RPO, zone alert snag, your Y receiver just going straight to that flat. Sneaky, really good RPO in there. A bunch open tight end, we don't go to that hardly at all. This is probably my favorite formation so far in Washington State, outside of pistol bunch tight end, is trio offset, because again, we're going to see the same thing with the runs. It's a very constant thing throughout the different formations we look at here. An outside zone, a power O, which kind of runs like a counter a little bit, an inside zone, an 0-1 trap out of this formation that is deadly. A really, really good run. You have an RPO going over the trip side. You have a verticals. You have a few different RPOs, PA boot over. Fantastic trips formation here Washington State has. And you can take something like verticals and just make your own flood concept out of it too, because we already have the underneath with that halfback going up and out to the left. Just throw a corner out or something on Y and bing, bang, boom. There you go. Their spread double flex, I don't really get into this one. I mean, we do have a halfback draw, which there's one thing. I think everything I've said it's been better in 25. It's not as good as in 26. I feel like halfback draws are much, much better in 26 than they were in 25. And you got one here in that spread double flex with another designed quarterback run, another read option, another sweep, a run going outside to the left, another counter, a run kind of going outside to the right. So another good just mix of runs in one formation. Now, their box formation, don't like nearly as much as Auburn's, because Auburn has deep fork, which I freaking love that play. And Washington State doesn't. They've only got these 6, so it loses some points for me there. But a fun thing we found out about this is if you do come out gun box, quad switch seam, you can hot route your halfback, even with him being in kind of a weird spot. And he gets slot receiver hot routes, which is interesting. So you could hot route him, you put him on like a slot fade or something, which you could see potential for how that could work really, really well against certain types of defenses. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with your your halfback in this. Like even stem up a corner route or something, just get him to go above that comeback. There's potential there. I haven't really dug too deep into it, but I'm convinced there's potential with being able to hot route that guy. Then we have 3 more versions of trips here with tray open, offset. This is probably my least favorite of the 3. I just feel like it's kind of missing. It doesn't really have the best pass plays for me. I don't love the options we have in this one compared to like trips Y slot week, where we are going to have things like these different motion plays, motion wheel over, red zone scissors, wheel smash, maybe not so much, but some good potential with those. You have just a built-in deep flood play, which is obviously going to be really good against drop zone coverage, same kind of thing we were talking about earlier. Then 3 more motion plays. Now, the first set of motion plays was your RB receiver, your outside slot. These are going to be your A receiver, your inside slot. If you really wanted to, you could do the flip play and get flipped hot routes if you really wanted to get nasty with it. The motion flood, halfback angle, motion post, all good things to have in here. The quick rub return, that X route, does a very good job of getting open against a lot of different coverages. And some more good runs in here as well. Then we have trio for wide receiver strong. Another one I honestly don't go to a ton. If I'm going to be in trips, I'm going to be in trio offset or trips Y slot week typically. But that dagger play is nice. The RPO in here is nice. I just never really got comfortable with those routes like B is on China Go there. They work against me, but I swear I never get them to work for me. You do have a built-in flood in here, which is nice. You do have a halfback draw in there, which is good. Then we get to the empty formations, and they have 2 versions of empty that have their tight end attached, and we will see actually in the game that we come out in this and our opponent answers with mid blitz. Well, out of these formations, we can block our tight end. So you can try to send mid blitz if you want. We're going to have 6 blocking 6. We're going to have time for somebody to get open against cover 0 defense like that. And you have some more design QB runs. You have a QB power in here. You have a QB zone in here. Then an empty trips Y off. You also have a quarterback zone, still with that tight end attached here. Dagger, a fantastic empty play. You can never go wrong. A 5 wide all go, always going to be a good idea. Almost always going to get somebody open on that. Now, I haven't tried the tight end mid screen. I don't know about that one. But the RPO alert bubble QB power, I do actually want to see something on this. And who are they not blocking on a front like this? So it is that left defensive end, which is a lot better than them not blocking a defensive tackle, because then we might actually have the time to get out and run there. It still feels like we're a little bit stuck in mud when we do this. And I just noticed I kept my chroma key thing on, so you're kind of seeing the practice field behind the green of my daughter's artwork back there. Sorry about that, but not much I can do about it now. But yeah, so it's going to leave that edge untouched. And if you have a little bit faster of a quarterback, you could see how we had the alley to make a run work on that. Then the last empty we're going to go through here is just empty base flex, a very standard 5 wide. You have a QB draw, and I don't think you have anything else when it comes to QB runs. Not the biggest fan of QB draws. I prefer the zones. But still, you have a verticals in here. You could probably just call that every single play if you want to. You have another built-in deep flood, shallow cross, level switch. So a lot of good stuff between the empty formations of Washington State, and just a ton of good stuff throughout this entire playbook. I love this Washington State offense. We've got a game for you against South Carolina here in this one. And if you want to check out more, I'm sure I put the link up earlier for our online Dynasty channel, OMT Dynasty. This whole season 5, except the first 2 games, we were trying out a few different playbooks. But from no, actually, it was game 2 we used Washington State. These were CPU games. Game 3 we used Georgia Tech. And then every game after that we were in Washington State. So plenty of gameplay of us utilizing this playbook. I love it. I think everybody should try it. It is a ton of fun. So that's all we got to go over here at the beginning. Let's just take it to the games. Let's see who we got coming to Pullman today. I did just search any tier. At this point of the year, it's like, who really cares? Let's just search and let's just see who we get. I don't want to be sitting here all day waiting for us to find a tier 4 team, because I don't think too many people are using tier 4 teams, except maybe UCLA. But we do get tier 3, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Okay, love to see that. It's a new team we're going up against. I don't remember ever going up against Virginia Tech. It might have happened. And he's got 21 national championships. Oh my goodness. Well, this will be a good test for us with the Cougars. Here goes nothing. Oh, our peer has conceded the game. A victory over somebody with 21 national championships. Way to go, Washington State. I guess we'll keep that part in there. Why the heck not? Was that guy like in the top 100 or something? I don't get why he would quit out here. Let's see. 21 national championships. Hager something. He's got to be up here if he's got 21. That's a crazy amount. Let's see. There he is. Yeah, number 99, just barely on that leaderboard. Is he like tanking his record or something? That's his 4th loss in a row. Really weird stuff, but okay. That gets us 1 win closer to staying in Heisman, I guess. So yay for us. Now we get to take Washington State on the road. Honestly, not a huge deal. There's not a ton of hot routing and audibling and that kind of stuff we're going to do with the Cougars. So let's just search any tier and see who we get this time. But add another top 100 win to our board, and Sooner Magic, fittingly using the tier 2 Oklahoma Sooner. So this is going to be a very, very difficult matchup for us. We just used Oklahoma. We know their defensive line is insane. We know their offensive skill players are very, very good. This one might be a little tougher. He runs the ball 80% of the time. What kind of matchup did we get into here? Oh, you might need some prayers on this one, boys. Your peers conceded the game. Your peers conceded the game again. What is happening? This is why we don't really make these videos that much anymore. I don't understand what is happening. That's 2 in a row now we've gotten into. He paused the game and just quit out again. And now we didn't make the We didn't even make the playoffs. Because we don't get any ranking wins for that. I thought maybe we'd get to use Washington State in a playoff game, but we don't get ranking points when the people just quit out immediately. Okay, I guess we'll just start our new season and try one more time. If not, we're just going to talk about the playbook. If we get into one more game here and that same thing happens, we're just talking about the playbook. And third time is the charm. Technically 2-0 with Washington State. I didn't know you didn't get any ranking points when the people just concede the game right away. That is kind of unfortunate. Let's see if... And now we get... Of course. Of course. Through all of that, we end up with South Carolina. That just makes sense, doesn't it? That's college football 26 in a nutshell for you. We got a guy with 12 national titles who uses South Carolina. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see if this game actually happens. Well, we got through our lineup changes without any quits, so that's good. So last time we used Washington State, we really focused on their pistol bunch tight end, which I still think is very, very good. But this one, we're going to try to focus a little bit more on some of the other formations that Washington State has. They have a lot of very good ones. I'm going to try to take this run to the outside. He was actually all over that. And I forgot we actually have a left-handed quarterback here too, so that's probably not going to be the best idea. But yeah, we're going to try some of the other different formations. We will still go to some pistol bunch tight end, not a whole heck of a lot. He's staying in some cover 3 sky here, it would appear, so we're just going to try to flood over on this left side a little bit. We might... I was thinking maybe keep Johnson down, become a blocker for us, but I don't think we really need to do that. We can just hit our flood, secure catch, feet down. Good enough ball by Duggar. Certainly not the best ball, but it'll do for us. Now we're going to mix in a little doubles offset, and we have this mesh play. I think I like a crosser or something like that on Freeman. And maybe way late here we're actually going to be able to hit one to him, but we will see. Oh, he did. Oh, and then cut it up, and then cut it up this way. Okay, we kind of panicked a little bit. You know, that South Carolina defensive line is pretty scary business, so we don't want to be messing around with it too much. But this trio offset's also become a really good formation. One I've liked a ton. You have a really good 0-1 trap run. We're probably going to go to another flood here if he keeps calling cover 3, which it looks like he still is. Still got that single high safety. I would imagine this is just going to be a cover 3 here again, but let's try to take advantage of a weak up front. And oh my goodness, number 1 Johnson. Get your extra speed on the field. That 0-1 trap just wiggles his way through that offensive line. That is a pretty solid start for this Cougars offense. And of course, he's trying to glitch block our extra points. Of course he is. We finally find a game, and it's against South Carolina, and somebody's going to use her Dylan Stewart on the field goals to try to glitch block him. It is, you know, late May. I don't know what else we could really expect, but okay, so we do have 4-2-5 here with Washington State. That's always nice. He's going to go straight to a little Y off trips. Let's go to... We're going to go to cover 6. I'm going to make sure we have this all set, though, before we do that. For 6, we're going to shade down to watch an RPO. I'm not sure if we should really be expecting one here, but you just never really know. He's going to try to get a little run here. And this Faison, there's something about this guy. I just cannot tackle him. It can't be done. He's unbelievable. Like, you'd think South Carolina, Lenore Sellers, Nick Harbor. It's that running back that just gives me such fits. Wing trips with no running backs. What is this? What in the world is this? Out in cover 9? Oh, because he's got Nick Harbor in the backfield. So he's going to run with Nick Harbor. Or he's going to double pass. Oh, nope, just a swing out to Nick Harbor. Man. Trying to glitch block extra points. Putting Nick Harbor in the backfield. There's just a lot going on in this one. Just a lot going on in this one. So stack Y off. This is... A lot of people like that bench halfback angle play out of here. Yep, this one. Come down there and go make your tackle. I don't know why... people love that play that use South Carolina. I don't get it as much, but to each their own. So he's going to go to some spread Y slot. Let's go to... we want to do some match cover 3. A little cover 3 buzz match. I'm definitely concerned about... I mean, Nick Harbor in general is always going to be a concern. Tried to get... Oh, our hook. Oh, that's right, because it was match, so it always kind of leaves the flats. Try to get a big hit. Why the heck not? So dumping down, H shallow cross. Okay. Because we could always do our cover 3 out of here with a strong safety blitz too. This is actually a defense I've liked quite a bit. Need you to back up. You can keep... You can shade underneath. You can do different things. Oh, I had that set up. Oh, because I'm using the slot corner package. That's right. I'm used to just being on our default package where the adjustments are different. So maybe we, if we're going to call that defense, we have to actually go back to just our default packages here. I don't think we're going to, at least not quite yet. Let's just go to a shaded down cover 6. We just kind of have to watch the deep middle here. Oh my gosh, another just spot route. And our, okay, and nobody's going to tackle Nick Harbor. And that 3-rec hook, yeah, because it's a 3-rec hook, so I would have to take that somewhere else. Yeah. I think we're going to find some things that's going to work for us on defense here. This is going to be that run again, I would have to bet. I'm going to try to shoot in there with a large. It is indeed, and he's going to cut it back with Nick Harbor. Just run it with Nick Harbor and takes it in for the touchdown. I think we're going to be able to find some things on our defense. I think we can get some stops. I'm going to come back out in this trio offset, but I think we're just going to go for a flood. I'll just add a verticals or something here. If he's still showing cover 3. Because this is that same formation we just ran, that 0-1 trap, and ran a touchdown in for. So maybe he's going to think that's what's coming. But really, we are just going to be looking a little bit deeper downfield here. If he's giving us that look, and he is not. He's pressed on the outside there. This could be some man coverage, and maybe we'll just have to just kind of take one down underneath. We'll just take one right there. His user's just not even there, so we'll just go ahead and take it and, take what we can get and get some good yards down there to our halfback Johnson. That guy's been a beast for us. I'm liking what we're seeing out of Johnson. He was in cover 6, but did he even actually pick that, or was it just kind of picked for him? That's what I don't know, because this has taken a while, so I feel like he might not even be around. Because this is a different look now. I mean, this still looks like it might be man. He is moving around now at least, so that's good. We've got, let's untarget him, so we're picking up everybody on the defensive line. I'm just going to call the same play here. Just, why not? Who really cares? Take it down to our halfback here again. It was indeed man coverage, and there goes Johnson. We might just keep force-feeding Johnson the rock here. This guy's been unbelievable for us. Let's stay in this. And let's go back to that 0-1 trap, see if we can't catch him. Catch him with another run here, perhaps. He's back to a single high safety, so this might be back to a cover 3. Tackle on the right just got absolutely block-shedded there. Sim pressure 3, so it was a cover 3, but a different one. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's head over to some, I do like the dagger play out of here, but we actually have a pretty good designed flood play at a trips wide slot strong. Go with his deep flood. If he's going to stay in cover 3, we should have somebody wide open on this, but we will see. He's definitely mixed up more on this drive when he's been picking his plays. So we do still see a single high. This might be the cover 3, just drop cover 3 sky that he's been doing. He was just in a matching cover 3, so it could be that here as well. It is not. We should have A on this, as long as it's a decent enough ball, and it is not. We did have A on that. It actually even was a matching cover 3, but because of how deep that corner route goes, it kind of ends up breaking the match a little bit. So we got a 3rd and 10. Let's go to a little empty. Why not? We got 3 different versions of empty in this Washington State playbook too. He's going to come out in double mug and what appears to be a version of mid blitz. We'll see if that's what it actually is. So we are going to block our tight end. Try to make sure we're picking everybody up here. We are indeed. We hit our hit Y on that over the middle. He did have one guy dropping back, but he wasn't really guarding a whole heck of a lot. So we will take that huge first down there for the boys. Good work. So is he just going to stay in mid blitz when we come out in empty? That is the question. We should be able to do some quarterback runs against it if that's what he's going to be doing. But of course he is not. I'm still thinking we go with the QB run here with Duggar. Just, you know, keep him on his toes a little bit and break a tackle and beat him all to the corner. Mr. Duggar, get just a little bit of speed at your halfback, a little speed at your quarterback for you too. Duggar's going to break a tackle. Who even needs Lenore Sellers? Give me Julian Duggar taking that one in for the Cougars touchdown. I'm telling you, man, this offense is something. Oh, I forgot about him glitch blocking extra points. I totally just spaced out and forgot he did that. I just have to assume everybody's going to do that. My God. All right, so we are going to go to just our cover 3 cloud shaded down with 10-yard flats, just kind of as our base defense here. This is going to be a play action. That flat should be on that. We're going to be on that, and go get them, boys. Go on and go get them, boys. Bryson Lamb. Sure. Glad you're on the team, buddy, whoever you may be. Now he's going to some empty chips. Do we just stay in this? What is it people like out of here? It's that flood play. So I'm not going to shade underneath. I am going to throw some contains up here, though. I am going to guess pass, because here comes that flood play. Yep. And then we have to get back. Oh, I was actually trying to get back to the middle, because there's that dig coming from the backside, too. This guy's a very stereotypical, what am I trying to say? South Carolina player. Like, it's a lot of the same formations, a lot of the same plays. Nothing's really caught us too off guard here yet, but it is early, so things could still change. Normal Y off week. Let's go back to, yeah, you can take underneaths if you want there. Get there with large. Gotta knock it out and go pick it off. Go pick it off, Humphrey. And I didn't mean to hurdle, but hey, whatever, brother. Whatever. If you want to celebrate by hurdling after somehow that ball was jangled all around and ends up in your lap, you go right on ahead, brother. Get back there with large. Break that pass up. First down for the Cougars. Now we go to some pistol punch tight end. Why not? Why not at this point? Let's go with, how do we want to do it this time? Let's do a streak here, come down corner here, and essentially we're just going to run it kind of just like this. We should have B on this, passing that over to the right. Not a good ball there, Duggar. Not a good ball there by Duggar. That's unfortunate. So he was in, he's mixing stuff up a bunch though, so I don't want to just like call a play hoping he's going to be in the same thing, because he has been mixing up his formations quite a bit. Look at that duck by Duggar, by the way, wide open. But if he is still in Palms, which this definitely doesn't seem like it is, and I messed it up anyway. I'm actually going to take a timeout here. I think I'm going to go for that same setup where we just have like an in over here, and then X actually needs to be a zig, then a slot fade. Just something like this. Maybe we can even send A upfield. And ideally we can just hit Meredith. We'll just take X underneath. It was between X or B there. And oh my gosh, don't fight too hard. Don't break too many tackles there. End up losing us a couple. We had a couple people right underneath there. I just was a little, I don't know, a little gun shy to pull the trigger. We could have taken our pick between those two. Now we got a 3rd and 12. A bit of a tough situation. This would be a long field goal. We are at home for it, though, which is nice. But again, he just is given that middle of the field, which I think we're going to have to be willing to take if he wants to keep giving that up. Let's stem B up just a couple. He's moving up on that safety. It's a big blitz. Just get it down to your running back. Nobody guarding the flat over there. Now juke him out, Johnson. Don't fight too hard again, brother. Again, I appreciate the fight. I appreciate the hustle. But at a certain point, maybe let's just go down. We can just go down sometimes. And it's okay. I won't think less of you as a man. So now we've got all at the 21. I mean, I feel like we could just throw underneath against this guy all day. I do want to run with our quarterback, so I am going to call a quarterback blast. But it's nice to have a little bit of speed at least at your quarterback position, because you do have a few designed quarterback runs in, oh, I thought I fumbled that, in the Washington State playbook, not even out of the 5 wide, even out of things like doubles. So nice to have a little speed that potentially we can take advantage of. I do feel like there's a good chance he's just going to stay in some drop zone coverage here. And we might be able to hit a flood over on the left, potentially, with Noga. I'm going to stem him down like once, and let's see. It's there. Can we hit this? Can we hit this? Can we hit this, Mr. Duggar? I almost called him Shepard. I feel like I have called him Shepard a few times. That's who we have used in the past with Washington State. But this time, he goes back to that cover 4 drop. Get the flood in there. Beautiful ball by Duggar. Now, maybe I should have probably just gone for 2, but it is what it is. I'm going to aim this up, aim this to the right, wait a second, just kind of half power it and hope that Dylan Stewart doesn't get through and block it, but of course he will. Of course he will, because we're playing the coolest guy in the world. Red Y slot, we are still going to do our cover 3 here. I was going to throw some contains up here too, if I could, but I kind of lost Lost in the sauce there a little bit, but it doesn't matter because the boys are still getting after him. Good coverage. Again, this Washington State defense just all over South Carolina. Guy, no idea what's going on. So let's contain. Let's stunt. Actually, let's contain again just to be safe. So we're going to have a little two-man stunt coming over the middle here. Go make your tackles out there. I'm telling you, there's something with this phase on. There's something with this guy. I wasn't even clicked onto any of those guys. That was just our AI, and they had no idea what was happening. They were lost in the sauce there. Not a clue in the world. So there's just something with this phase on character. Please make a tackle one-on-one. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can never be too safe. Never be too sure. Yeah, we're using this guy on this side to watch for any... Oh, he did go right over the middle there. Just to watch for any, like, seam streaks that are coming up the weak side, because that is definitely going to be our biggest weakness in this. So if he has his tight end going up the seam or something, that'd be real bad for us. I feel like I'm stuck in the mud with this guy. Large, that is who we want out there. He is going very, very slowly. There's some contains up here again. We're going to drop right down here. We saw that one coming, brother. All right. Oh, I just noticed we don't have Frankel out here, who is somebody we actually wanted as a sub linebacker. He's again going for that double cross play, and it just hasn't been there for him recently. So now it's a 3rd and 10. Do we where Frankel anywhere else? Frankel. That shows Frankel, and that shows Large. Those are the two guys we want out there. Maybe he's just a little beat up, a little wear and tear for the guy. I don't know. Well, the tight end up the seam could be a problem. He's going to go underneath here yet again. Goes for that deep dig, and yeah, we have to get back to watch that. Or I don't even know if that was a deep dig. That might have been something else. I'm going to switch to a Tampa 2 here. Just a little last second mix up. Try to get him a little bit. Set our option defense. I actually set... Did we on this, actually? Yeah, we did, because this first play I was worried about an RPO. Look at us go. Let's stay in that Tampa 2 here. With our 10-yard flats, I don't know if our mid-read's really going to be able to get back and do a whole heck of a lot here. Click on and go make a tackle. Go get a hit. Oh, see? How many guys did it take to bring him down there? That was, what, 5 guys? We got a hit stick on him after he broke that first tackle, and he's still... was breaking tackles and fighting and getting in there. I think he's going to stay on France. I don't know. He might just take the check down here again. Ooh, goes for that right side against with the 10-yard flats. That doesn't make sense. Now he's got a 4th and 2. And a decision for him to make here. This seems like a good time for us to mix in potentially some match coverage or something like that. He's going to spread wide slot. I don't hate the idea of throwing a sneaky little cover 3 match at him here. It's something to try to catch him off a little bit. I mean, he's got to be passing here, right? So we can guess pass, move our seam flat down against a 2x2. I don't know if I actually want to get on Large. He can take the halfback if he would like. That is a-okay. Just need somebody to get in there. Somebody get in there. Send somebody after him. Somebody's got to get in there. Somebody eventually's got to get in there on Lenora Sellers. Sneak in just a touch of match coverage there. Throw him off a little bit. And let's take it half in what should be 21-7, but is still a 2-score lead, 19-7. Now he's going to single back bunch. And I have no idea what that means. Could be a run. I'm worried about an RPO out to this side. Ah, it's a reverse, of course. Of course it's a reverse to Nick Harbor. Ah, fun stuff. I assume that's still what we're doing here. I'm going to get over here with Large. Nope, it is going to just be a run up the middle. Way to get in there, boys. So we're just going hurry up, single back. Either a reverse or a run. That one's a play action. You got to get right back here. Oh my god, read like a frickin' book, brother. Read like a frickin' book, brother. How about that switch? Come fly down, take that away, get the turnover. Ain't gonna be that easy. Ain't gonna be that easy against these Washington State Cougars, my guy. And honestly, I'm surprised this guy's still in here. I thought for sure that was gonna be game. He might have walked away at this point. I'm honestly not 100% sure. Doesn't look like he's using anything. It took him a long time to pick his play there, so he might just be out of here. I don't know, but that was, I mean, not to pat myself on the back too much. That was a disgusting switch stick. Just throwing it out there. And I do indeed believe this man has just walked away. Walked away, contemplating his life choices at this point. Yep, there he is, just using the corner, so he'll just go down. And I don't know, I guess if he comes back, we'll keep, we'll show some more, but if not, I think we'll just get to the end of this one. Okay, so he was not playing on defense, but has come back to pick a play. Now that he's back on offense. I have no idea what's happening. But sure, man. That's fine. Either way, at this point, I think we are looking pretty good. He's trying to playmaker. He's trying to playmaker that guy. Just doesn't work for him. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Comes back for one play. And he was trying to playmaker that guy on the left, which would have worked. But it playmakered the guy over the middle, so he goes for tries to throw it to the guy, ends up getting intercepted. Let's see our team stats here. 225 yards on 20 plays, 11 yards per play, 9 rushes, 106 yards, and an absolute whomping of South Carolina. My goodness. Maybe that's why those other people quit out of their games. They kind of knew what was in store for them if they stayed in. We were feeling good with those Washington State boys, but I don't want to be a huge negative Nancy, but this experience is kind of why it's tough. I think I said this already, but why it's kind of tough to make videos in this game anymore. You got people just quitting out immediately. Kind of ruined our season, honestly. I thought we'd get some ranking points, maybe get to the playoffs, but that is what it is. Then you play somebody who South Carolina puts Nick Harbor in a gadget, glitch blocking kicks with Dylan Stewart. And it's just kind of nasty business. So again, we will have more Road to College Football Playoff in College Football 26, but just don't expect them to be super often. Maybe 2, maybe 3 a week. Kind of whenever we're in the mood, whenever I have the time is going to be our game plan going forward. But I think that game did show just how good that Washington State offense really is, why it's worked for us so well in the Dynasty. If you have a slightly mobile quarterback, it's even better. But even then, just the formations and plays they have in there, you don't have to hot route too much. And you can make yourself a nasty offense here with Washington State. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this one for what it was. I will see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Until then, take it easy.